Christ didn't talk of all the subtle things I have been talking to you because that was left to me. Without realization, how can you talk about subtler things? You cannot. Last time I told you about the vibrations. What is it? What does it stand for? And how you get the subtle energy which we call as Tanmatra of our light, Tejas, of water, Jal and Prithvi, Agni. But I didn't tell you of one, very special one, which is in English language you call it ether, but ether is the energy which is managed by another Tanmatra, we call it Akash. Especially today, because it is Christ who has sacrificed his life to open our Agya Chakra, that we have reached that state of Akash. Without him it would not have been possible. We can have general communication, like we can talk to people, we can say things, we can also use our fingers to express ourselves, our hands to communicate. But to communicate vibrations, you have to have vibrations. Otherwise you cannot feel another person. But if you are at the Agya level, means you are mental, absolutely mental, then your vibrations also are dwindling, in the sense you don't know what really they are saying. You can't judge your vibrations because these vibrations are mental. They'll say, Mother, we asked the vibrations. I said, really? But you don't have any vibrations, how can you ask the vibrations? It's a very common thing. We asked the vibration, we found from the vibrations. It's not possible because you are just mental. Now what Christ has done is to put you away from the mental level. That is the most difficult. While I am surprised, those who follow Christianity have the worst mental position. They are mentally absolutely there, like, I don't know what to call, like the fog of Delhi. That you can't cross. That's what was broken was Christ. How much we should be obliged to him that he removed the greatest hurdle in the human ascent. And that one was to break this agya, this mental being within us. We read like mad. We listen to people like mad. We like those who give us feed for our mental being. They are so mental, so argumentative, think no end of their intelligence, that you have to just say, all right, namaskar. You can't fight their mental attitude. That's why Christ is to be worshipped by people who are so very mental. And this mental nonsense has given such a sense of superiority to people. Oh, whatever we do, what's wrong? What's wrong? They cannot correct themselves. Because unless and until you cross this limit of mental being, you cannot see yourself. You cannot introspect. You cannot see yourself. You will see others. The Sahajogis are like this, Sahajoga is like that, all kinds of things. But you can't see yourself because the whole thing is mental. This mental attitude should be completely curbed through the help of our Lord Jesus Christ. But He is also mental. In your brains, Christ is also mental. Now what to do? The one who broke the mental attitude is also a mental. You have made him into mental, like a statue of stone. So firstly, we have to tell ourselves, now don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, 4 times. And then you can rise above. And this is very important. In meditation, you have to go beyond the mind. And thanks to Christ that He is sitting at the Agya to finish off this nonsense of mental being. I think people should stop reading also, perhaps, maybe. Even my lecture becomes mental. What to do? I mean, everything goes into their head, becomes mental somehow. And then they ask me questions, Father, did you say it this way? What did I said, yeah, I said it to make you thoughtless. Just to stun you. I didn't say this to sit down and analyze and do, no. I said this that you become absolutely shocked and stunned. So, the best thing for all of you is to become thoughtless. That's the blessing of Christ. That's what He worked it out for. And I'm sure if you work it out, that don't pay attention to others. Don't react. Just don't react. Everything they will see, they'll react. What is the need? What is the use? What are you going to do with that reaction? This reaction creates nothing but ripple of thoughts in your mind. I have told you hundreds of times. And now you have to become absolutely thoughtless after this puja. If that happens, I think we have achieved a lot. That's the biggest blessing that Christ has given you, which you should really enjoy. Then only this Akash Tattva in you will work. And how it works? Through your attention. It works with me, as you know. With my attention I work out many things. How? Just my attention has become thoughtless. Just thoughtless. It goes wherever it goes, it works. But if you put your attention for thought all the time, for thinking, then it doesn't do the work that it is supposed to do. Attention works marvelously if you are thoughtless, otherwise it doesn't. So it has to rise from your own self, then from others, to the higher level of humanity, where you are in communication with the sky, which we can call it as the tanmatra, or the essential or the essence of ether. With ether, you can have television, you can have telephone. It's a miracle otherwise. But with this tanmatra, sitting down here, you can do the job. It works. Just attention works. I know that. You also know very well. You don't have to ask me to put the attention. You just put the attention and it will work. It's a very important thing that you have got. I think that is the first thing. Once you have, no problem. But we start manifesting from the earth element, then from the Agni element, then from the Jala element, and then we come to Tejas. The face starts shining. But lastly we get this thoughtless awareness by which our attention is absolutely free to do some special work. But if you are all the time thinking, then for this attention is so busy, so very busy. You don't have to ask me then, Mother, please pay attention. You can pay attention and you can work it out. In this attention, you don't feel what you bought, what you are studying, what you are wearing, what others are doing. No, nothing. You are one with yourself. And it's a life full of humor. So much humor. So much of joy. So much of happiness. That you don't care for anything. That normally people care for. So, as it is now, Sahaja Yoga has worked in so many countries. I am so very proud of you, very, very proud. And now it is also going to African countries is a very great satisfaction for me. And you all can do it. You all can work it out. Only thing, become thoughtlessly aware as the blessing of Christ. If it works, you will be absolutely enjoying yourself. May God bless you. आप जो भी कहेंगे वही